Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you are watching another live stream and Ask Me Anything, so get asking. I do this, or try to do this, every week, so long as we receive at least 1,000 likes for each live stream. And so far, if I can see this correctly, I'm looking down there below the video, 77 likes before I even started. Thanks for the support, guys. I really do appreciate it. A few minutes ago, you should have received the free push notification with the Locker Gnome app available for iOS and Android. I'm a little out of breath. I've been rushing around today, taking care of all sorts of things, getting caught up from my trip, which, by the way, went fantastic. Some people were asking. You will be hearing more about that in an upcoming vlog, and trust me, you're just gonna like it. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to give away too much, because I'm like bound to a contract that says don't give away too much. So just know something cool happened, and you will be able to experience it with me and the rest of the world here in another few weeks. Want to let you know that we are going to go ahead and give away the Dell Venue 8 today. I unboxed this a few weeks ago, and hopefully y'all participated in the giveaway. I am going to be sending this on signed right there. Look at that, Chris Pirillo. Dell wasn't the sponsor, Intel was. If you're using the Intel Android hashtag and you shared this video link and tagged me on Twitter, then you would have been, a part of this potential, well, it was a giveaway. You could have potentially received that. However, I have picked the winner. I will talk about the winner here in just a couple of minutes. Set that there, that's the winner. I also have a recipient, I'm gonna go ahead and announce this right now at the top of the show, of the Feature Points weekly Amazon gift card giveaway. This week, it's Victor Barreras. Just redeemed a Starbucks gift card on the Feature Points. Woohoo! Here's a link to download the app. Thanks, Chris Pirillo. You're welcome. That's how you qualify. You tell people how you're using it, you share your referral link, and you make sure you tag me. go.tagjag.com/free points, the easiest way to get free money, unless you like to pay for your money, in which case, well, it's kind of defeating the purpose. I'm trying to give you free stuff, man. You like that? You like that? Do you like that? Well, then make sure you like it. Make sure you participate and engage. Now, I have a list of questions and definitely a few viewers watching me live. If you can't see me, I look like a floating head. It's because I'm wearing black, which was probably not a wise choice today. Let me go ahead and button down a bit. There we go. I'm a little hot. Does that help? You got this nice purple V on me. Does that work for everybody here? Okay, just checking. Tommy NC 2010. My man, you are actually going to be featured in the vlog I'm going to be editing today. Tommy made a doll of me that's now sitting on my ego shelf, and he made one of Diana, and we'll be featuring that in the vlog that I have to edit after I do this live video. He asks, Chris, why is Vlogger Fair only to be one day? Well, because we learned a lot last year, and we got most of the activity on the first day, and so because of that, we thought, well, if people, I know people would want a second day, but the first day had that energy, it was popping, it was going. What we may do is some unofficial activities the next day where people can gather in smaller groups, but I think the primary day is just going to be one day. We're looking at August 16th in Seattle, at Seattle Center. That's where the Space Needle is. So if you would like to meet me and other leading vloggers, I already have confirmations from at least one person that I know you want to meet. Just trust me. This person, who may or may not be female, is very popular with geeks and is a leading vlogger, and she has confirmed, okay, I can't say whether or not okay, I just did. Someone who's a female has confirmed. You guys can guess, you'll hear more about it in the future. If you can make it to meet me and a few other geeks and people who like vlogs and vlogging, you don't need to be a vlogger to come. August 16th is a date we're looking for. Sign up for the email newsletter at vloggerfair.com for more information to stay up to date. Jeremy Bittner asks, Chris, where is Diana? She's in the other room right now. Something actually happened before the live stream I can't talk about. Everything's fine. Everything's normal, but I don't know if she's going to be joining us right now. Chris, what is your dream job when you were younger? Asks Marcus Person 84. I wanted to be a farmer and a doctor and a priest, not all at once, but at different times in my life. I thought teaching would be kind of fun. I don't know if I had a dream job necessarily. I think I always wanted to do what I'm doing now, and so it's nice to see that all those interest points coalesced around things that I enjoy doing. I enjoy doing this, like answering questions. Why is it so dark out? Asks Life Word 11. Well, you could be going through night right now. We're at the time of year where we don't have a lot of sunlight here in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, they're experiencing something just the opposite. It's the way the seasons move here on planet Earth. Let's see here. Jose Reyes asks on YouTube Live as I turn around to the computer, and hopefully everybody can hear me just fine because I haven't seen any comments that nothing's. I gotta be director, actor, producer, everything all in one, but this is what I do for you live. Thanks again for the support. Hey Chris, I want to major in computer science, but I'm not sure what I want to do yet. Should I go towards electrical engineering or computer science? I tell you what. I think the rock stars or the doctors, the lawyers, the premium jobs in the future are going to be tied directly into engineering. I think that if you have a degree in electrical engineering, I think it would translate very, very well. That's a skill set that could apply in pretty much any industry. Technology touches everything. Now, you're asking, should I do that or computer science? I wasn't a comp sci major, hung out with a lot of them. It depends. Are you more interested in hardware or software? See, that's the thing. I know a lot of YouTubers out there who are really popular with the tech crowd are into hardware. I never really was into hardware. I mean, I enjoy hardware. I love gadgets, but I was always more interested in the software experience. I really was. That's why I love the internet. It's software. It's a web. It's dynamics, interactions, communication. So, I think follow your heart. Are you more interested in hardware, raw hardware, who cares what the software's like, or the software? And you're going to be one or the other. Or if you're both, double major. Start taking online courses now. This is one of the reasons we set up u.chrispirillo.com. That's the letter u.chrispirillo.com. Online courses. We're adding more. If you want to see more, just let me know. These are trusted people that I know that have done their job in compiling tutorials that you can count on. I mean, there are a lot of great tutorials on YouTube, but sometimes you get what you pay for. Sometimes, you got to know you're getting the right knowledge, and sometimes that's finding the right person who can teach you. So good luck with that direction. I do wish you well. Do I have any tattoos? No. Likely never will. Ever again. ToonGeek45 asks, have you decided what you're going to do with the live stream? Not at this point in time. However, I am working on a way, as I've alluded to in the blogs, of bringing back TLDR, and I'm possibly going to be launching something on Patreon where to bring back TLDR, the Locker Room digital report initially, I'm going to see if people would be willing to pay $1 a month or more, and we can add different benefits and levels. But $1 a month to get TLDR back, which is, you can't even buy a pack of gum for that these days. Well, you could. It's cheap gum. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if we're able to get support for bringing TLDR back. But I think that's the way I want to do it because I couldn't do it any other way. And for a business to succeed with this kind of infrastructure, you need to be happy. I need to be happy. The business needs to be happy. We need all three bits of happiness, and I think Patreon will be the way to do it. Stay tuned for more information. TLDR may come back certainly once a week, potentially multiple times a week if we get enough people pledging their support. Troy Rutter asks, it sounded like I said Rutter. Troy Rutter asked, did you pre-order? God, I can't talk today. Spent the whole week talking, and now I break down. Did you pre-order the Simpsons Lego house? Yes! Hello! That was the email. That's the first thing I did. You'll notice that in tomorrow's vlog. I ordered it. It will be coming here. I'm thinking about this. Doing a live stream of the build. I think YouTube can only capture like 4 hours of the build. So what I may do is start the stream towards the end, potentially, or at least halfway, or when I feel it's halfway, so that I make sure that the video stays in posterity, stays around for posterity, because I think it's going to be a very long day, a very long build. It's so worth it. And then, of course, I'll produce a video as well, after the fact to, talk about the experience and, why this is interesting to me. So yes is the answer. Why have the vlogs been going up lately? Well, why have they been going up lately? Why have they been going up lately? Because I've been putting them up. Why have they been going up late? Because I've been busy. And it takes time to not just record video, but compile it, get it ready, staged, and going. So I've been tapped for time. I'm trying to get the vlogs to go up earlier in the morning, but unfortunately I'm only one guy. I only got so much time, and I want to do this for you, so thank you for being patient with the schedule. Thanks, for just being there, right, for me, and I cannot stress that enough. Even though I seem stressed, I'm actually thriving on this right now. Wow, just woke up, says Green Giant Zero, and was watching vlog 628, when all of a sudden I see now live. Oh, I like that. That's cool. Stephen Brewer asks, do you think, he asked, now it scrolled off. Oh, darn you, YouTube. if you don't, you may have to ask that question again. It was like Ubuntu phones. Do you think they'll take off? Maybe. Yeah, I think there's a possibility, certainly, of Ubuntu phones taking off, especially if they work well. Really, that's the bottom line. It's certainly affordable for OEMs to produce, and they have benefits and strengths that other platforms don't. There is a possibility. And not just from a user perspective, hardware perspective, price perspective, and certainly developer support perspective. Mark Hyder. Would you get, this is what he's asking, would you get a 3D printer that will print objects or print food? Yes, I really want a 3D printer. I've heard about, what's its name? It looks like a cube, like it's a silver cube. It was a Kickstarter project I didn't back because I've stopped backing technology Kickstarter projects because I've been disappointed so many times when it actually ships. I'm like, I paid for this. So I was going to wait to see what would happen, but it looks to be super user-friendly, decent resolution, and it would give me a chance to play around with 3D printing. I'm thinking about bringing a 3D printer or two to a vlogger fair, though. I recently connected with, and I haven't made the ask yet, Barnacules? Nerdgasm? I think that's what it was. I watched a few of his videos. The guy's local. He's a software engineer, I believe, at Microsoft during the day, and he just does it. He's a great personality on camera. Insanely intelligent when it comes to 3D printing, and I haven't made the ask yet. So now I've asked on YouTube directly. So if any of you guys know, I'm pretty sure that's Barnacule. I watched a few of his videos, but anyway, check him out if you haven't already. Seemingly great guy, really interactive on Twitter as well, and has a really strong grasp on what 3D printing is. Ryan Underwood, where did you go on your business trip? Texas, really, but that's all I can say. Texas. You saw me in Texas. Max Huntingford. If you could make any major changes in your life, what would they be? And I don't mean this in a bad way, but, I love producing content. I love doing this and sharing my life with other people, but I'd really like to get in a position of helping others, too. I mean, I'm helping you. Yeah, I'm answering questions, but I mean, really helping others do what they're really wanting to do and making life easier for them. Maybe people who are more like me. And I have a few ideas on how I can help them. I just can't talk about those ideas yet because we actually may be working on a prototype. I know I've always got something going on, but hey, that's the excitement of being an entrepreneur, right? But I would, that's the biggest change I think I would want to make in my life is moving away from just doing the content grind, boom, boom, content, and move more into services. It's just not an easy jump to make. We're going to be reselling geeky products here soon. I need to find a new web designer for chris.pirillo.com and lockergnome.com. I want to move into a service thing for people who are a lot like me and for the people who are looking to connect with people like me. Something that hasn't been done yet, or at least done very well. So service. That's the bottom line. But I put in a finer point on it for you because you deserve details. MakerBot asked James Feeney. I love Bree. Met Bree. I had Bree on stage before MakerBot was big. Bree was actually a Gnome Dex attendee, an old conference I ran, sitting in the front row when he was doing video blogging before YouTube. So I've known Bree for a while, and the MakerBot, they're doing really cool things, but I don't know if it's for me, not as user-friendly. Remember, I'm not a hardware guy. I don't want to tweak anything. I want to press a button and go. I'm all about software experience. So I hadn't seen, other than this one, and I can't remember the name of it, very user-friendly 3D printing, and that's when I would probably make the leap. Because remember, I'm more software than hardware. That's not a bad thing. It doesn't make me any less of a geek. It just means I'm interested in different things. And I'm not going to say that you're a horrible geek if you happen to like Star Trek more than Star Wars. I just happen to like Star Wars more than Star Trek. Not a big deal. Any plans on starting your own Kickstarter? Not a fan of Kickstarter. I mean, I like it, but the problem is if you don't meet your goal, nothing happens. I backed the Garbage Pail Kids movie project, and it didn't happen. Not enough backers. That disappointed me. It really did. I wish they would have gone with Indiegogo. David DeFranco's here? Hang on. Hey, David DeFranco. David. You may have mentioned the vlog the other day when you couldn't make it to CES. David, if you're asking questions, you've scrolled off. Hey, Chris, what do you think of the new TouchWiz UI unveiled at CES 2014? I hadn't seen that, actually, so I'll take a look, but of course it's all about hands-on experience. Can't wait to see Tizen as well as the next-gen TouchWiz. If they've eliminated a lot of that stutter, the jankiness, I'll be thrilled. Louise Izzabelle, if you were taken to a remote island, what 4 gadgets would you take with you? Radio CB. Okay, so radio, CB, GPS, and telescope. Those are the 4 gadgets I'd take. They're low tech, but if you think about it, you're on a remote island, you're stranded. You want to be able to communicate, and you're not going to have a signal out there, right? But you can listen to radio frequencies, send out radio frequencies, enjoy the view, because obviously there's no light pollution. So, make life what it is. Make lemonade out of lemons. Arturo Delgado, ThinkPad Yoga or Surface Pro 2? I would say, between the two, I'd probably go with the Surface Pro 2 for this reason. Not because of the construct or the shell or the case, the physicality of the hardware, the software. Lenovo, unfortunately, hasn't gotten the memo that I don't think users really like third-party overlays. And it was really confusing, mixed up UI. Too many things on the Lenovo. Nice, it's okay, and it was good. Like, if you like a traditional laptop type of design, the Yoga, any one of them is fantastic if you want a traditional laptop design, PC, Windows 8 touchscreen. But in terms of a general overall experience, I would err on the side of no third-party crapware. By the way, I had so many retweets on this the other day. I'm on the plane, Wi-Fi access, guy next to me pulls out this big laptop, right? Huge honking machine. He spent so much money because big screen, big keyboard, speakers, everything. Fires it up, waits for it to boot up, all the third-party crap loads, and he launches Solitaire. Played Solitaire for 3 hours straight. It was really funny. It's just like, really? People still do that? Guess normies do. Hasn't gotten the whole smartphone memo yet. I played crosswords on my smartphone. You'll see that in the vlog today. We got some travel footage, good travel footage. Mr. Extreme, what would you do? This is what he asks. If you couldn't do YouTube, I would still be doing video. Likely there'd be another platform. If it wasn't YouTube, it'd be something else. Honestly, I think that's the bottom line. Video has been fantastic. YouTube isn't video. It's just a great place to connect with community. YouTube's got great tools for producers, and it's getting better all the time. Let's go ahead and do that giveaway of the Dell Venue 8 running Android here. Yeah, got your Android here. Get your fresh hot Android. Watch my Android. On Android with the Chris Pirillo and a Dell logo right there. It's a circle. Yeah, it's like a halo, like I'm an angel. Look, I'm an angel with my autograph. Look, did you know I had a silver marker? I do. You want this? You want it? Who wants it? Who wants it? Only one person gets it, and that would be Mom forever and ever. She participated. It was really easy to do. This is what she did. I'm assuming it's a she. Mom, hello. She included the hashtag Intel Android. She linked off to the video that we did, the live unboxing, and she tagged me. That's all she needed to do. Really? I mean, she could have said something more about it. Like, I really think it's cool. I can't wait to have it in my life. This is the person going to be receiving this. Now, I'm going to have to connect with her and ask her if she wants Diana's autograph, Wicket and Pixie's autograph, although they're not really big into that signing things. I'll find out and get the Dell Venue just Dell Venue 8. Model 3830. I don't know if that means anything to you, but I'd like to do more of those, so if you want me to do more of them, tweet Intel. Tweet with the Intel Android hashtag, because they sent them to me. They sent 3 that we did. It was fantastic. Love it. James Sear asks, when will you get new monitors? I'm hoping, and I haven't heard anything since the order happened. I haven't even seen any order come through, but I'm hoping to get a 4K display powered by a Mac Pro. If that doesn't happen, I'll likely be getting an iMac, and just one. Chris, what camera do you have from HD Hat Store? Please, if you buy an HD Hat camera, I don't have the vlogging camera here within my reach. Wicket must be vlogging downstairs. You can hear him. I have the mod with the big lens on it, the all-in-one kit. It's like a $400 kit. If you buy one, if you go through my link, I'd appreciate it because then I get the credit. Otherwise, I don't get the credit for helping you decide what you're going to get. Go.tagjag.com/HDHat. HD Hat. Nicholas J. Humphrey, speaking of Wicket, asks, how old are your doggies? Well, Wicket and Pixie are about to be 10 years old on April 1st. 10 years old, can you believe it? They've been alive for a decade. I cannot imagine life without them. And I know they're not going to live forever, but neither am I. So I'm going to enjoy the time that I have while I have it. Scott Finkelstein asks, if you could spend a day on any location in the Star Wars universe, i.e. Hoth, Cantina, Death Star, where would you choose to spend it? Coruscant. I mean, it's just a planet that, like, it's just all buildings and spaceships and it just seems so wild and alive and dynamic and, I don't know, Coruscant. That would be probably my favorite place. Bacon on tap. Was that a question or what? Peter Moto 82. I'm not exactly sure. Bacon. You guys are up to bacon. What are you guys up to bacon for? I don't know what you're talking about bacon here. Gary Whiteman asks, Chris, do you get overwhelmed with not having a full-time job? Let me breathe. Chris, do you get overwhelmed with not having a full-time job like normal people? Well, normal is relative. This is normal for me, but I know what you mean. I that wasn't a slight, I know. I do get overwhelmed at times. In fact, I mentioned this, and it will slip into tomorrow's vlog. No spoiler alert. Well, actually, yeah, tomorrow's vlog. I'm now just a day behind with the vlogs. I would say it does get overwhelming to the point where I am so ready to find an operations manager to help with certain aspects of facilitation with the business, but it's not just I need an operations manager. I need the right person to be the operations manager. And I've tried over and over and over again. It's just never worked because I just couldn't find the right people for that particular task. So to scale what I'm doing and to alleviate some of my stress and to help things go forward instead of me having to drive everything, I really want to find that operations manager. And I know it's going to be a challenge, but I'm going to continue to drive down that path because I think it's possible. I think the right person's out there. I just haven't connected with them. It takes the right person. And the right person probably has no idea that I exist. They're not, there's someone who's experienced. There's someone, and I mean, with operations have done, well, and that I know and I can connect with people that I already know that have spoken to working with this person as operations. Let's see here. Next, Josef Matoussi asks, what do you think about tablets bigger than 10-inch, e.g. a Galaxy Tab Pro? They have their place. If they were stationary, I think they're fine. But carrying around a 10-inch tablet, larger tablets, can get a bit tedious unless the shell itself was smaller at this stage. Because I think there are fantastic smaller tablets, variety running on a variety of operating systems. Great when screen is everything. And screen is what you need. Not just real estate necessarily, but just a big screen, watching media, potentially playing games. But I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. It's just I think many people are better served with smaller tablets, more portable. Battery life is better, and quite honestly, they're not missing out on too much of an experience, other than a big screen. Paul Easby asks, so are we right to assume that Chris is revamping Call for Help from the Tech TV days? Sorta. So here's the thing, and I was even thinking about this today, even before I knew the question. I enjoyed Tech TV, being on Tech TV, hosting that show for 2 years. Great, amazing experience. I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I would welcome doing it again in a heartbeat. That's not what I've been working on. But I'm making more money for myself now. Tell you the truth, I was making more money for myself before Tech TV. They paid well, but I was doing better for myself. I had a business before Tech TV, and I'm working less hours now, so I'm making more, working less hours. And I can connect directly with an audience, and I have wider reach. So I don't miss Tech TV at all. I know some people do, but, quite honestly, what am I missing here? Could be, it's different, but no, I'm not revamping that. If we did anything, it would likely be in a TLDR reboot. Brad Winterton, I can call you Bad Winterton. That's your new nickname, Bad Winterton. What's the best thing Diana has ever cooked for you except bacon? It's difficult to nail it down. She's done so well with everything she makes. There's sometimes I'm like, you have to make this again. I can't recall. I couldn't tell you what the best thing's ever been. She's made so many good things. I can't nail it down. She's not a cook or a chef, but she can just make things that are just amazing. I don't have a favorite. My favorite is whatever she's serving. There we go. That's true. Christopher Brian Lencioni asks, on your videos and vlogs, you've done some crazy things for viewers. What would you say is the craziest thing you've done for your videos or vlogs? Or a dress at this point. Or put on makeup, really. Did things that are not my thing. Skydiving, did that because I knew I could record it in a video. That was crazy. What do you think was the craziest thing I ever did? That's a better question. Diane Rivera asks, who's your favorite superhero from DC and or Marvel? Or maybe DC and Marvel. I had Green Lantern to Underoos when I was a kid, so I guess Green Lantern. So that's DC. I wasn't that excited. I didn't mind the movie, not as much as other people did. I'm not that picky, though. For DC, I don't know. God, I don't really have a superhero like this is my go-to superhero. Wolverine was kind of cool. He's a guy that I could never be. Wolverine, that adamantium claw. The first time I heard of that guy, I'm like, oh, dude, that guy sounds pretty badass. So, Wolverine and Green Lantern, for no specific reason. Are you good at multitasking? Asks, I'm Markovic995. Hey, how you doing? Ivan, I believe. I think I'm good at multitasking, but you got to take care of something one thing at a time. I think multitasking is overrated. I think you get more done when you're not multitasking, when you're taking care of one thing at a time. So I'm good at successive tasking of multiple tasks. Successive? I'm coining a new phrase. Forget multitasking. I want to do successive tasking. But I got to come up with a different word other than successive. I'll think about it. Cole Teen McNamara. Chris, I've recently learned how to code HTML. I'm now learning to code in Java. Do you have any tips for me? Well, I already teased my u.chrispirillo.com, but I practice. Practice. Period. End of story. I didn't just jump into this yesterday. I've been doing this for a long time. And I get better every year. You know, I look back on the things I did in years past. I'm going to look back on this video and go, oh, God, that was horrible, Chris. What were you thinking? Black shirt? Really? You got a black back? Are you nuts? You were stupid. Stupid. Someone can turn that into an animated GIF and then put what I'm saying down here or something. So just keep doing it. Practice. Don't just sit on your thumbs. Julian Mars. Hey, Chris Pirillo. I'm sorry. I'm like adjusting. I got a couple pockets here. How many mobile phones and computers do you have right now? Oh my God. Can you make the live stream a bit earlier next time? Here in Germany, it's 12 p.m. I'm sorry you're up so late. It's difficult to find the perfect time. I just had other things going on this morning. Just got back from my journey. Been taking care of things. Can have other things to take care of after this. How many? I at least between computers and phones, 15. At least 15 in and around the house. Daniel Heidenreich, paperless billing or do you prefer statements? Paperless. I'm all paperless, man. I scan my receipts and documents into my phone as soon as I get them. Boom. Checks, boom, done, scan. This is my scanner right here. It takes an app, 99-cent app. There's so many scanner apps. Find the ones that you like most. The idea of statements, it's outmoded, right? We should go paperless. So you can do so many things with the data, with calculations, and I love when I get statements that are calculating, showing me how much I spent on coffee this year, how much I spent on restaurants or Darth Vader stuff. I don't want to know that answer. I'd be scared to find out, actually. Sandy Wagner, what is your favorite OS? That's what Sandy is asking of me, and I don't have a favorite OS. I really don't. I love them and hate them for different reasons. Jason Miller, do you storyboard your video ideas or do you use a daily to-do list to keep you on point or create off the cuff and go with the flow? I've always read you should learn from people who are more successful than you. Well, Jason, first, success is relative. What one person determines as success is different from another, but I'm very, very grateful. I've been successful enough to attract a few hundred people to this live stream and keep them interested in what we're doing, or what I'm talking about. So I don't storyboard. It's not the type of video I do. I don't do produce videos. I might write things down, like I've done sponsored videos before, like the iRobot video we ran in the channel. Very, very successful. I wrote down a bullet pointed list. First, I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this, then Diana, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't storyboard it. I just had an idea of what I could do. And then I jump into things in improv. And I love improving. I don't like reading from scripts necessarily. If I do, I prefer reading from a teleprompter. I prefer to just blah, 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 which is great because I love doing it, but it's also bad because I'm not always succinct. So it depends on what it is that I'm doing. I've been known to, spend, 2 hours recording a video that ultimately ends up being 10 minutes long. But it's about producing something in my head that I want to build. And it's easier for me to spend time producing it when I know kind of what I want to say rather than write things down sometimes or script them out. That's me. Everybody's different. My suggestion to you is try different things over and over again, multiple times, and you will learn what you prefer generally, or maybe specifically for a particular video that you want to produce. There's absolutely no right answer except for just keep trying. And it's going to take you a long time to find your groove, and that's okay. The beautiful thing about the internet, and I've said this for years, is that you can change. If something's not working for you, change it. Something's not working for someone else, try to figure out if you can change it. Like, it's one thing when you want something from me that I can give you, I just got to figure out how to give it to you. It's another thing if you were saying, Chris, do this, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not you. I can't be you. I can't have the same things as you have. You have to decide, what's going to work. Not just what your community might want or the people interested in you. And I consider you community. You are interested in my life and the opinions that I have and sharing them live on YouTube like this. I got time for one more question, though. Hopefully I answered that sufficiently. Just keep trying different things. Someone did ask if Vlogger Fair VIP passes would be available. Yes, likely the very reasonable rate of $99. I'll be stuffing it with swag stuff. There are going to be tons of females at Vlogger Fair. I don't know if that's a bonus for you. I'm just telling you, that was the bulk of who was there last year. I would love to bump up the male demographic. So if you're a male and you're interested in this stuff, please join me. Otherwise, it's very, very awkward. This guy who knows virtually nothing about teenage girls, and even when he was a teenager, knew nothing about teenage girls. So thank you. Adam Esteep asks, are you excited about the new J.J. Abrams Star Wars? Yes, I am. And if you picked a cast member from Lost, who would you like to see in it? Sawyer? Hang on. My God. I want to pick a really good question to end it. And that was a good question, but I want to find a good question. Here we go. Jason Field on YouTube here. Would you ever get an 8K TV, and do you think 4K phones would be pointless because you wouldn't really see a difference in quality? If you got a big screen, you can absolutely see the difference. Small screens, it's the law of diminishing returns. You can only pack in so many pixels. Like, once you're past quote-unquote retina display, I can't see the difference. My eyes can't pick up the difference. I know there's a difference empirically, but I think as TVs get larger, or even where we're at right now, I mean, I got 1080p content coming in. Most of it's 720p content. We don't even have 4K content out there. Certainly not content that I'd want to watch. So 8K TV, sure, it's an option, but I take it. I don't know if I'd get full use out of it. So there we go. I think that's as many questions as I can possibly answer in a half hour, and I jam-packed everything in there I possibly could. Thank you again for tuning in, for supporting the things that I'm doing and trying to do for you. Stay tuned for more details about the things that I talked about again in the coming weeks. I've now got to edit the vlog for you and do a couple of other errands. Some of them I can't necessarily vlog. But I really appreciate you guys asking questions, participating, visiting my Facebook page, because you're not going to see... Here's the thing. You're not going to see my Facebook post show up right now. Facebook screwed around with the algorithm. You don't see the posts I post. So you have to look at my Facebook page. I hate saying that. You think, oh, I like it, therefore I'll see it. You have to visit it. You have to see it. You have to go to the page directly. It's stupid. Just like you may miss a tweet, so you got to go to my Twitter page directly in order for you to see it. Otherwise, you're going to miss it. Google Plus, kind of the same thing. So thank you for visiting my social profiles on a daily basis, if not on a weekly basis. I certainly do appreciate that. And then, of course, when you tune into the live shows and watch the videos, and remember to comment, like, subscribe, share, and at this point, I would really appreciate it if you watched another one of our videos right now.